Hi everybody and very welcome to byBrick and this AMIC seminar. Today we are here in Stockholm and online, which is quite a new thing for me, so bear with me. I'm going to try to cover all the technology today together with Eric, our technician. So today we're going to talk about how data integrity is impacting trust. And I just want to let you know that today's hashtag, if you want to tweet what's going on, is AMIC seminar. Here in the room, we've put up handles and a bit of information. And for people online, you can view the event site to find out what the handles for the speakers. Okay, so my name is Ann-Sofie Krol. Everybody knows me as Annsi. That's also why my handle is that. I'm the CEO of byBrick Insight. And you are now in the byBrick offices here in Stockholm. We actually have 3 floors here, and 5 companies out of 7 in the byBrick group are represented here. We have 3 other offices in Sweden, and quickly described, we work within IT, communication and marketing, analysis and insight and management. But I want to talk more about AMIC. For the people that are not familiar with AMIC, that is an industry organization, international industry organization, and we called the association. This is such a long one, I'm actually going to keep track of it. The International Association of Measurement and Evaluation of Communication, but we're called AMIC. I want to just give you a tip. In a couple of weeks, AMIC is hosting its 10th summit. If you really are interested in insights and metrics and analysis and measurement, this is the place to be. So I just want to give you a hint on that one going on. AMIC is the largest industry organization, and we've got 160 members in about 86 countries. So if anyone here is interested, just catch me afterwards and I'll tell you all about it. I'm also on the board of directors. And I'm very happy to see that we have quite a few of the members here, the Swedish members. So that's very, very fun to see. Today, we are keen to hear your voice on what we're talking about. So we're going to use menti.com to ask you questions throughout this morning. You don't need to download an app. Just go into menti.com and we'll see the code 313159. So when you get a question, you can go in and vote. Oh, sorry. So, I thought I'll do a quick introduction how this topic came about. Because it's not more than maybe 5 or 6 weeks that we decided to do this event. And of course, it's all started with the Cambridge Analytica and Facebook scandal. Everyone was discussing data integrity, and feelings and opinions were all over the place. Since we work with data here at byBrick Insight, we felt that there was something we had to address. Not only because it's a threat maybe to our industry, we can't really tell yet, but also if we can't trust data and if we can't use data, how will technology develop? So we wanted to look more behind the discussion. And people were really voicing that something was disturbingly wrong. And of course, it was a breach, and we should take that seriously. But I got the feeling that there was something else behind all this. People were hinting that they felt that data was only used for manipulation, that it was something that large corporations or politicians could use, and that society really couldn't do anything about it. To me, the discussion about delete Facebook showed a movement, but I was more interested about the long-term effects of what people really were voicing. All around it, it was clear that something was painfully uncomfortable. And I got the feeling that just because a few might delete Facebook, things were not going to change. And then I read this article. It's from Ariana Huffington, and she wrote about the anger at the heart of the Facebook hearings. And to me, that really struck a chord in me. She was talking about something that has been lingering for years. That is that tech is causing us to feel that we're losing control. And that is the data breach and the Facebook scandal is really a good springboard for us to have the greater conversation that we need to have on how tech and data at our fingertips are actually changing us and our society. Because smartphones, social media, and always being connected have changed us quite a lot. We ask Siri or Alexa, depending on what phone you've got, if for the way to a certain store. We use the GPS to walk to that store. We go in, look at whatever we were trying to buy. Then we start comparing prices in the store, probably ending up buying it online and having it shipped home. And we buy it with our credit card. Then we get ads about that product for weeks on end, but that's a different story. Joke aside, we leave data traces everywhere. And companies use that data quite often just to help us. And we're getting quite used to it. Yet maybe we're feeling that we're losing control. And therefore, we're going to try our Menti system and go to our first question. Do you ever fear that Siri or Alexa or any type of service with a voice control is eavesdropping? Or do you trust that type of tech? I'm going to get everybody to give a chance on getting the numbers. Interesting. This is fun. Gonna leave it for another 30 seconds maybe. I think we have a pretty even split. But it is an interesting thing to think about because technology is getting involved in our lives more and more. And if we don't trust the tech and we don't trust data being used, or if we fear it, I think it could be quite a problematic future. So I think it's important to discuss these integrity and ethics in technology usage. As a researcher and an analyst, I often have to talk about the importance of correct collection of data, the usage of data, and interpreting the data objectively, as objectively as possible. It is hugely important to me and my fellow practitioners in the industry to know that people trust us and trust the data that we use, and that we also keep it very clear what type of data we're actually using. So today's topic is important, and of course that lingering question, will it be used for good or bad, will always follow us.